Hi everyone, welcome back. In this lecture we're going to learn about the break statement in Python. So far we've used for loops and while loops to repeat actions either through sequences or based on conditions, but sometimes you don't want to run a loop until it naturally ends. Instead, you want to stop the loop in the middle when a certain condition is met. That's where the break statement comes in. Let me give you a real-world example. Let's say you are searching for your favorite fruit in a list, and once you find it, you stop looking. You don't care about the rest, you are done. This is exactly what the break statement does in Python. It gives you control to exit a loop early, even if the loop hasn't finished iterating all the values, or even if the condition is still true. Here's the definition. The break statement in Python is used to exit a loop prematurely. It immediately stops the loop and Python continues with the next statement after the loop. You can use break in both for loops and while loops. It helps you fine-tune the control flow inside your program. Let's look at the syntax of the break statement. For a for loop, we write for keyword followed by variable name, in keyword followed by sequence and colon. Then indent. Inside the loop we write if condition colon. Indent again and write break. Below that we can write the rest of the block. So if the condition is true, the break runs and exits the loop immediately. Now the same for a while loop. We write while keyword followed by condition and then colon. Then indent. Inside the loop we write if keyword followed by condition and colon. Then indent again and type break period. And below that you can add the rest of the block. Let's now go to PyCharm and see this in action. Right click your folder, choose new and then choose Python file. Let's name it break statement demo. In this example, we'll see how to use the break statement inside a for loop in Python. The break statement is used when you want to exit the loop early. As soon as a condition is met, let's walk through it step by step. We'll start by creating a list of fruits. Let's type fruits equals within square brackets apple, banana, cherry, date. This line creates a list named fruits with 4 items: apple, banana, cherry and date, each one as a string. Now we want to loop through this list and stop when we reach cherry. So we type for keyword followed by variable name called fruit, then in keyword followed by list name fruits and then colon. This tells Python, for every fruit in the list, one by one, run the loop. Each fruit is temporarily stored in the variable called fruit. Now inside the loop, we check for a condition. We type if keyword followed by fruit double equals, within double quotes, cherry, then colon. This checks whether the current fruit is equal to cherry. If yes, we want to exit the loop immediately. So we type break. This is the break statement. It stops the loop and Python jumps out of it. No more iterations will happen after that. But if the condition is not met, meaning the fruit is not cherry, we continue with the loop. So we type print open brackets fruit close brackets. This will print the name of the fruit, but only if it's not cherry. Once the loop hits cherry, it will break and stop printing. Let's now run the program and check the output. You'll see apple, banana, that's it. The loop prints apple and banana, but as soon as it reaches cherry, the break statement kicks in and the loop ends. This is how the break statement works. It helps you exit a loop early when a certain condition is satisfied. It's useful when you don't want to process all items, just until a specific one. Now, let's see how the break statement works inside a while loop in Python. The break statement is useful when you want to stop the loop early as soon as a condition is met. Let's go step by step. We begin by initializing a variable. Let's type I equals 1. Here we are creating a variable named I and setting its starting value to 1. We'll use this variable to control the while loop. Now we write the loop itself. We type while I less than 10 colon. This is our condition. As long as I is less than 10, the loop will continue running. Now we move to the body of the loop. We indent and type print within brackets I period. This will print the current value of I each time the loop runs. Next we check if we want to break the loop. We type if I double equals 5 colon. Here we are checking is I equal to 5. If yes, we want to exit the loop right away. So we type break. This tells Python to immediately stop the loop, no matter what the condition says. Finally, we update the value of I. We type I plus equals 1 point. This increases the value of I by 1 on each loop iteration, so eventually the loop can stop. Let's now run the program and see the output. The loop will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as I becomes 5, the break condition is true, so the loop ends and we don't see 6, 7 or 8. This is how the break statement works inside a while loop. It gives you control to exit early, especially when something specific happens, like hitting a limit, finding an item, or receiving input. Let's quickly wrap up what we learned. The break statement in Python is used to exit a loop early, before the loop condition becomes false or the sequence ends. It works in both for loops and while loops. In our first example, we used it to stop a loop when we found a specific item in a list. In our second example, we used it to break a while loop when the variable reached a target value. Always make sure the break statement is indented inside your loop block, or you will get a syntax error. Break is very useful when you need fine control over when your loop should stop. In the next lecture, we will look at the continue statement, which skips one iteration but doesn't exit the loop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.